Well, good morning. It's Randytbird out here in Arizona. Sunday morning, June 10th. Nice early morning, a little after 6 in the morning. Beautiful out today. The air is nice and cool. Going to be a little over 100 today, but that'll be all right. I'll be home before it gets too hot. So we're just out for a drive today, a ride. Out on the dyna this morning. Hope you're doing fine. Getting out on your bikes and enjoying life. Right now, every day that it's still cool in the morning is a blessing out here. It'll become more of a rarity here as the season goes on. So last weekend, if you watched the videos, I took a road trip out to Williams, Arizona, and it was about a 500-mile weekend. It was a lot of fun. Had some different weather, some different views. That was good. I gotta get out and do that again here one of these days soon. But today, just kind of a local blast. Talk about things in general. Don't have a real big subject today. I suppose by now, though, you've seen the new CVO release, and I'm pretty impressed, actually. I mean, I'm never going to be able to afford a CVO, but that technology is going to filter down to the other bikes in the line. It's pretty impressive. I haven't really read any early reports on that new motor, the 121 variable valve timing motor, but if it's anything like the Pan America motor, with that was a pretty awesome motor. So I know that this they're rating it at 135 foot-pounds of torque and 115 horsepower, which Harley never really releases horsepower figures on their bikes, so that's unusual. If you see that, they always talk about torque, but they never really talk about horsepower, but they are on this one. It'd be interesting to see how that motor is going to run. And, in general, the bike is beautiful. I you know, say what you will about, you know, they're getting away from tradition and whatever. I think it's just a natural evolution of things that need to happen to stay competitive in the market. The ride modes seem interesting. The TFT dash is really awesome, I think. The subtle restyling on the bags and the gas tank, and the fairing, really, even if, you know, I'm not really a road glide kind of guy, but it looks good. I mean, maybe a little overwhelming on the front end as far as all the LEDs, but it's got to have good lights, that's for sure. I think the Street Glide is a really clean design, really nice. It'll be interesting to see how much of that technology filters down to the non-CVO models, the stuff that the average working man can afford. Although yes, prices have gone up, they continue to go up. You know, you pay more for a premium product, and that's what you have. $42,000 on the Road Glide CVO with the standard, if you want to call that standard. It's a numbered paint set, and then for a different paint set, it costs you like $4,000 more. Well, I don't know. I've seen CVOs, and they are beautiful. There's for sure. Of course, one of the things about a CVO that always has always been against, in my opinion, is that they're pretty much done up now, and there's not a whole lot to do. And for me, that's what I enjoy doing. I enjoy working on them and changing them around, making them mine. The CVO, you know, again, has got every accessory in the book thrown at it, and really premium, you know, seating and all of that, and, you know, the paintwork and everything. So there's not a lot left to do. And then if you're one of those people that buy for investment, well, that really doesn't, changing them around much doesn't really do much for the investment. So, you know, although I just you know, more power to you if you can afford to buy things to invest. But for me, they're buying them to ride. So anyway, out on the old dinosaur dining today, and again, spent the whole weekend on the Heritage last weekend, and it was a good ride, and it's a beautiful scenery. And the Dyna is, I just really enjoy riding this bike. Let me know your thoughts on the new CVOs and all that redesign, and see what you think of that. I know there's a lot of people out there. It's the first week, so that's you know, going to be a lot out there, and the haters will be out in droves as always. The people who never have any intention of ever buying, they've got to throw their 2 cents in. And inflation has not affected your 2 cents. It's still worth 2 cents, if that. So anyway, so if you hate Harleys, then why are you even reading this stuff, really? You know, I don't get it. So anyway, beautiful day out here in the desert. I mean, the air is just awesome. It's about probably low 70s, mid 70s today. Right now, it's just incredible. It's early, so the traffic's light. And I did a few things to the Dyna yesterday. I dug through my parked stash and pulled out a luggage rack that I'd had powder coated for another bike years and years ago and never used. So I put that on because every time I throw my leg over the bike, I'd kick that bag, and it drove me nuts. But until I could get some saddlebags or something for this, I'm gonna run that bag. Got to carry my hat, you know, and have helmet here. Speaking of helmets, the new Arai Region X is an awesome, is turning out to be really a good helmet. I mean, I've had it stashed, and I just started using it. Got a chin mount for my camera to eliminate some of the plumbing on that, and so far it's feeling really good. I mean, my Defiant Pro Cruise is about 6 years old now, and I figured it was time to open up the new one that I got in reserve and start wearing it. And as all new helmets go, it's a little snug. It's got some different features on it. It's got the twin vents on the top of it. It's got it doesn't have the features of the $900 ones, but it's an Arai, so you get that. But it's got a chin curtain, which seems to help, and they're a little bit wider at the base. So they said 5 millimeters doesn't sound like much, but that's 5 millimeters everywhere, and it's much easier to get on. Like I say, it's a little snug, as Arai helmets do tend to be, but not as snug as Shoei. I actually had to change cheek pads on the Shoei. But anyway, so far it's good. It's reasonably quiet, reasonably light. It's black. I just feel the multicolored paint jobs, while very impressive in the way they look and the way they're finished, just doesn't really fit with my style of riding. One thing, riding the Heritage last week and being on the bike literally all weekend, it really is a comfortable motorcycle. And I had the regular windshield on it, and I think I went back to the Batwing after that. I think it would have been more coverage and less noisy, wind noise, but it's back on. Only takes a few minutes to do, and lets me tinker a little bit. But rode nicely, handled well in the mountains, was comfortable. The seat was comfortable the whole trip. I did get a little tired on the way back, and we hit the heat of the desert when we come up down on the mountains. It did give me a little bit of a, it got a little warm, but you know, I got home all right, and it really was a good ride. I got to really, if you don't check out the videos, I'll probably link it in this video so you can watch them. I sure appreciate that. Again, beautiful morning. Well, I'm going to ride some more today and get some more video, but this is Randytbird for now. We'll see you in a while. Hey, it's Randy. I'm back. Sunday morning, beautiful morning. Just out continuing my ride. There's the Verde River looking good. Green River, it certainly is. It's still beautiful out this morning. A few clouds in the sky, but nothing threatening at all. Some people out on scooters this morning. Just enjoying the day. Talking earlier about new Harleys out there, and had to stop by a dealer yesterday for a little bit, and they had some of those new bikes with the so-called Fast Johnny paint schemes. There was a Lowrider ST there. That blue with the white looks really cool. I don't know if it's worth the premium, but it's definitely some nice treatment there. You know, Harley's paintwork is second to none. But it was interesting to see. Looks like they still have a few 883 Sportsters, a couple of the 1200, what do they call, the 48s. Just a few left. I don't know if the new Sportsters are catching on yet or not, but they had a few of those. I haven't seen a whole lot of them out on the road, so you know, time will tell if that's accepted. The tech is there, but they're really just not like the old ones, and I don't know how the faithful are going to accept those. So hopefully they're successful for Harley. Like, I know the Pan America was a huge success, but that is a different genre of motorcycle, the adventure bikes, and they've definitely done well with that. And you know, I applaud Harley for making that leap. It's got to be tough. I guess the Sportster was just getting to be too hard to get to pass the ever-tightening EPA rules. That and the Euro 5, I guess it wouldn't pass any of the Euro 5 stuff. I think they're getting a little carried away with this stuff. I mean, let's face it, they're motorcycles. They're not small displacements. They're not really gonna pollute to that level, I think. You know, and I know we got to protect the planet and all that stuff, but I just don't think that a few motorcycles are going to make that much difference. But anyway, I'm not the one making the laws, so, you know, especially around the world. But, you know, the Sportster had quite a run. You know, I just, before I got the Dyna, I had a 2020 Sportster for a little more than a year, and it was fun to mess around with, and I enjoyed it, and but it was time I wanted another Dyna, so that's the Sportster went. And a nice kid bought the bike, and I hope he's enjoying it. And if he happens to be watching any of my stuff, I got a couple pieces you can have. You know how to get a hold of me through the dealer. So anyway, there's a weird looking cloud over there, almost looks like a ring. There's a beautiful desert morning out here. It's just awesome scenery, and you get away from town and away from the smoke from the fires. It's really pretty out today. Just rolling along. My fairing is doing a good job. The windshield, I believe, is just the right height, and I can see over it just fine, and it blocks enough wind that makes this bike really comfortable to ride. I do love riding my Dyna. Well, that guy's in a hurry. Yeah, I'm doing just a shade over 70, and that guy's flying. I guess he's in a hurry to get to where he's going. I don't know, people, slow down and enjoy the view. Still pretty green out. It's, you know, this part of June, you know, we're not going to get out of June without some 110 degree plus temperatures, but right now I'm enjoying the lack of the heat so far, especially in the mornings. It's just so nice. You know, I mean, when you get into July and August, it's not going to cool off that much. At this time of the morning, right around 8 o'clock, it's going to be in the 90s, the high 90s probably, and there are days when it'll be 102 or 103 at this early in the morning. That's coming, and that's the price we pay for great winters here, I guess. But anyway, I hope you're all having a great weekend, and I appreciate you watching my videos, and enjoy reading your comments. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, please do. I sure appreciate it, and it costs you nothing. It just costs you a few moments of your time. This is Randy T-Bird out here in Arizona. We will talk to you later.